And Pierre LeBrun joins us now. And Pierre, Timo Meier has been at the top of our trade bait board for a while now. So how was this deal able to get done today?
Well, it's certainly been a grind from all accounts. I can tell you that, Corey. I mean, this is a trade that the Sharks have worked on for weeks here. At one point in the past week, there were at least 5 teams involved, including Winnipeg and St. Louis and Carolina. But it came down to 2 teams this morning. It was down to New Jersey and Vegas. Carolina was knocked out of it late last night. And it went back and forth, and finally the Devils, a team that we had speculated a lot over the last few weeks that really wanted Timo Meier. One of the game changers in these trade talks is that the Devils, who at first really wanted to make sure that Timo Meier had to be signed to an extension as part of this trade, they decided they didn't need that in the last 48 to 72 hours. They decided they could just make the trade straight up, and that's what they've done. And that was pretty important in terms of finally getting the process over with. But there was a lot of back and forth in these negotiations between the Devils and Sharks, and they finally get it done in this day. And Timo Meier, number 1 on the trade board for a reason. 26 years old. He's an RFA. He's a power forward. He's a guy that can impact the Devils for many years, not just this playoff run.
The Devils are second in the Metro right now. So with this move, how do you think they fare in the playoffs?
Well, I tell you what, the East is going to be absolutely crazy in the first round. I mean, you think of Toronto having to play Tampa in the first round. Well, you might have Rangers and Devils in the first round. And then, of course, you got Boston and Carolina at the top of each division. It is a real arms race, which is why you've seen Boston go out and get Orlov and the Leafs get O'Reilly. The Rangers got Tarasenko, and they likely may have Patrick Kane by the end of the week. And, of course, I think the Devils felt that kind of urgency. But, Corey, the reason this trade makes sense for the New Jersey Devils is this is not a rental player. The Devils want Timo Meier to be around a long time with them if they can find a way to extend him at some point. He's not a pending UFA. He's got a big qualifying offer of $10 million, but the Devils did not trade for Timo Meier today for 2 months of hockey. They view him as being part of something with Jack Hughes and Nico Hischier that really fits, and Jesper Bratt long-term, with their aspirations to be a perennial contender, not just a team that has a shot this year.
Yeah, certainly makes for a nice core. Off the ice, Nashville with a big move, as well as Barry Trotz is set to rejoin the Predators. With David Poile stepping down at the end of the season, Trotz will be introduced as their new general manager. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, that should be made official around 6:30 Eastern, and there'll be a news conference on Monday, Corey. Listen, David Poile has been the GM since day one in Nashville 26 years ago. This is something that we wondered might happen, if not this year, next year. The interesting thing about Barry Trotz going in as GM is that after this year is that I think the Predators talked to Barry Trotz about this last summer, and he wasn't ready for that conversation. I think Barry Trotz was hoping to coach again before sliding into management, but he's going to skip that last coaching gig and go into management. Barry Trotz, by the way, who bought a house back in Nashville last summer after being fired by the New York Islanders. So it certainly was a move that maybe in the moment is obviously big news because David Poile's been there a long time. But the fact that Barry Trotz is back with the Predators, not shocking.
All right, Pierre, I know it's the start of a busy week for you, so buckle up and get some sleep. Thanks for this.